Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Cherished Pieces, our studio in Tillsonburg, Ontario. This is Tammy, and I'm Cynthia. And our producer back here, writing names and keeping track of things, is Arlene. So, welcome on this gorgeous summer day. The days that we look forward to.
All winter. They're here.
All winter, yeah. And it's just a beautiful morning out there because it's kind of body temperature. You know, not too cold, not too warm, not really humid. Just that perfect, lovely temperature. So there's Jan and Kelly. I know there's more of you that would be joining us. We're always so surprised when we look back and see how many people watched us through the week, you know, over the course of time. There's Helen and Joan. Joan from Tilbury, and there's Kate, and there's Leslie, Shara, oh, and Martha from Oshawa. And we usually get Els from Holland, which I'm always so surprised. And some of you will be on vacation in exotic places and still think of us. Wow. There's Shelley.
It's a lovely day. The birds are out early again.
Did Mrs. Harris just say she saw 2 deer in her backyard? Gail did?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
Nice.
There's Lynn and Jana. Wow. Giving y'all a good morning hug and kind of toasting you with your coffees.
Linda was in yesterday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Had a good little chat.
It's nice to talk to people in person.
Okay.
So, what do we have?
We have door prizes. So I have a pillowcase pattern. There's some applique things that you can have some fun on the cuff.
Oh, that's the whole kit and caboodle one. They're fun.
And a spring tea towel. And then I found this little kit. It's a play mat. So you get a panel and instructions to, I don't know if you can see, do one of those drawstring bags for toys and things. So that would be fun. Make a comment and then we will draw at the end. We have lots of goodies on the table today.
We do. Some fun things to talk about.
All right, well, let's do this. So Cynthia's wearing the Canada shirts that we've been selling.
Yes.
And then this week, Arlene made a sewing themed one. Bright flowers.
I almost wore that one too. I was debating this morning, which one am I going to wear?
So that one's available, $20 for medium to extra large, and then plus sizes are $25. You can just let us know, send an email or call.
And this one's a comfortable plus size, just so you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And there's some other little things that came in. I don't know how to do this. The table's full. Let's do this. Okay, we'll do that together. There's some charm packs that came in because we're always loving charm packs for different projects. This one's called Spooky Nights, the purple one. Halloween themed, but you could grab the colors for anything else. They're just blenders. And that one is 21. And then this one is called Glad Tidings. So it's more your Christmas colors, white,
But
green,
kind of nice tone on tone. That one's got some speckles and things in it.
red,
These are great to use.
and it's also 21. Okay.
This book has been very popular, and we were out of stock, so we brought more back in, the Lori Holt Prairie Home. And this, of course, is a beautiful book. And this is all pieced, and of course I'm just trying to find some nice pictures here. But she has several different quilts. Her instructions are excellent. And as you can see, like, it's a big book. It goes to, it's over 200 pages.
You can always mix and match with her other books too if you have
Yeah.
favorite blocks.
Very much. Look at that with the stockings. But lots of ideas, and there's trees, and we're going to be looking at trees here a little later. So this book is $59.95. People tend to keep these for, this is not a book you really get rid of. And this one we had brought in a couple weeks ago. They flew out of here, and we had a waiting list. So we brought more in. the Forever Fat Quarter quilts. Forever Fabulous Fat Quarter books. Quilts.
That's a lot of F's.
It is. And it's 9 quilts. And they have pictures on the back here. But they're lovely quilts in here. And the book is 1950. So, you know, that 9 quilt patterns for 1950 is quite reasonable. But they're just some lovely quilts once again.
And usually the Annies, they're, I don't want to say simple, but they're a nice way to understand with their diagrams and their
Yeah.
pictures and colors.
They are.
I find that patterns that have colors and pictures are much easier to work with.
Yeah, so some good ideas there.
Okay, then we brought in the patterns again for the Mondo bag, and then now we also have the Biddy bag.
Okay, so
Cynthia has the Mondo bag.
So this one I made for my daughter-in-law. I don't think she'll be watching. This is the one that is in Nevada. This is more of a Tiana style. I made one for Nicole, more pinks and turquoises. And then this is the Biddy
Yes,
bag
let's just do this.
that will match it for my 3-year-old granddaughter. So this is for Eleanor. So they can have match. So she can have a bag like her mommy.
Yeah, so the lining and everything.
Yeah, matches. And it's just fun. So she gets to put stuff in there. And I'm sure there'll be toys and whatever she decides that she'll carry in there.
A snack, yeah.
Yeah, and Tiana can carry whatever she likes in this one. So these will be headed to Nevada.
So the Mondo bag, you can buy the pattern. It comes with one set of panels to make your first Mondo bag. That is $42. And then the little Biddy bag, also same deal. You get the pattern, and then there's one set of panels in there to make your bag, and that's also $42. But then once you have the pattern and you want to make a bunch more bags, we sell just the panels, and you just need a set.
Yep.
I think they're $18 for a set.
The little ones would be a lot less.
Oh, I think I forgot to grab that one.
Anyway, so there's 4 panels and the stuff for the straps. One of the things I did learn making the Biddy bag, because one of the linings I made was too small, is that it doesn't require the fleece lining. So, because I thought, oh, I've made several of the other ones, I just kind of, you know,
And
should
so
have read the instructions.
there's also videos too. If you get a little stuck, I know that they have a video on their website.
Yeah, to do them. And you know, the one I liked the best was Quilt Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is who developed the bag.
Now the other thing, because they're made with 2.5-inch squares, you need 5 to do a bag. So we have these little mini charms in the store. They're $11.50 each.
And actually, that's what I used for these bags that I just showed you, were these.
So there you go. If you don't want to use a jelly roll, you could...
Or cut your own squares.
Or cut your own squares. This is a quick way to do it. What else was I going to say? I think a jelly roll does at least three
You
bags.
get 3 bags out of a jelly roll. But I just thought these were more her colors. I thought this would, you know, this was kind of neat. And adding some, you know, mixing and matching.
So I know sometimes we like to collect these little bitty ones. We don't know what to do with them. Here's an idea. Now we were, Rosie is making these, I think we're going to call them like an art journal.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm going to put them down so you can see. So she likes to use all kinds of different fabrics. These are like upholstery. She uses ribbon. This one has leather for the strap buttons. And so you're just making a cover for a journal. Any size journal, you would make your cover for that. She's going to do a class if you're interested.
This one's out of Tim Holtz material.
And then this one is out of jean. And then she's also done sashiko on it. You can do any kind of embellishments that you want. It's a fun way to play. And she's willing to teach those if you're interested.
So right now we're looking for interest for fall for this class. Any of you who've taken a class with Rosie knows it's fun.
So you can just let us
Fun
know.
and very interesting and informative. So
Always lots of great tips.
Yeah, Rosie has busy hands. I think she's just, I don't think her hands ever
And a busy
sit
mind
still. Yeah,
to create. Yeah, that's fun.
absolutely.
Great.
And then we have this panel, which I think we're kind of, I don't know that we have any more panels. Like we've kind of gone a little panel palooza crazy lately, but it's just the way things came in that were ordered. So this one's kind of spooky. Now, do you see it? It's kind of like the Grim Reaper, but it's the Grim Ripper. I think this could be fun if you cut this into strips and did something neat with it for Halloween, you know, or something for your sewing room. So this is a Stephanie Brandenburg design.
I think it's called a moke, but yeah, it is the green.
You're just too far away. So.
All right.
Oh, Karen Price is saying we're too far. But we mail, Karen. Like, we mail and courier things.
How much is it? I think you have that.
I think I just dropped it on the floor.
Was it 16?
Just a second, I can get
Oh, it's right behind you.
15.
What?
15.
Oh, 15. Okay. Sorry. It's 15.
And it's 24 by 42.
Okay.
So that's something fun. We want to look at this.
Up here on that side.
Okay. So Tim Holtz Green has come in.
So there's
Green
the
colorway.
little 10-piece fat quarter bundle. We'll show you the yardage, but you can just see that they're all in there. It's $58.50.
And we have the Tim Holtz bags. They're $8.50. So you get the Tim Holtz collection. That's nice to have. And here comes green.
So there's your typography. And there's map.
Did you I didn't realize that is that map kind of in squares? Let's open that a little bit more.
Looks like the panels a little bit.
That's what I was just wondering. Have they all been like that?
No.
No. This one. So this one could be like, you could almost do like a set of placemats or something with it if you wanted, right? Or frame them up, or I just thought that's interesting. I just noticed that. And then we have tickets.
Tickets. You gotta have tickets.
And look at those nice ferns.
Yeah, we haven't had this print before. So that's nice.
That is a nice print. And then this one, all the different colorways in this are always so interesting.
This is tapestry, so the tapestry is a little bit different.
And this is, it says green tiny print, but it has like little flowers. This is pretty too. Look at that. See how they're just, I can see that in lots of things. You'll have to tell me what this one is, Tammy. Some days my eyes don't see things the way I'd like them to.
This is green numbers.
And here's a nice dark green that goes with that collection.
Vintage green.
And that looks so nice with that sort of collage, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're just so nice. And then of course we have to have stamps.
Okay.
So, and what's so nice about these is how nicely they work together, you know, with the other collections. So I think now we had teal come in, we've green, and I think next are blue, and then there's indigo. Are the ones that we will be seeing next. Maybe we should talk about this behind us.
So the quilt behind us is 67 by 84, and the price for that kit is $245.50.
How big is it?
67 by 84.
So that would fit the top of a queen size bed. I mean, you could add a border if you wanted, because a queen is 60 inches wide. So, you know, you could make that bigger if you wanted, with a nice drop. But quite effective, isn't it?
So So there's greens for you.
Yeah, Beth, like Tim Holtz has been quite popular.
Right, should we do show and tell?
I think that's a good idea.
There's Heather, the scrappy one.
Oh, nice scrappy quilts. Darn it.
This lady was in on Saturday.
She's from Ancaster.
Is it Anne Marie? No.
No, 2 names. And I'm so embarrassed because I know her. Anyway, this is a sampler quilt that she was finishing up things in her stash. And, you know, she said she'd had it for a long time and decided to get it done and quilted. And it's just lovely. And it's one of those quilts that is going to be timeless. You know, some of these sampler quilts, it doesn't matter what year. And this was Kansas Troubles that she had made this out of. So it's just very, very pretty. And she had just got it back. She was picking it up from Louise, who'd quilted it for her.
There's Kate.
Look at all her flying geese. I'm so proud of Kate. And it was interesting because the girls in the beginner class yesterday were making flying geese.
Mm-hmm.
So Gladys, before the class started, we were just showing these, was, you know, encouraging them all to take a nice look at this. Some of the things that you could do with flying geese. And Kate just keeps experimenting and doing more. And look at this one too.
There's Karen with her little Christmas quilt.
Oh, that is so nice. I hadn't seen that.
She got it finished so she can use it this year.
Yeah.
Our Christmas Day baby. Here we've got some brown bag mystery quilts.
This one was shared on Facebook, so I stole it off Facebook.
Yeah.
And that was the
I'm
bees
not
and
sure
blues.
whose it is
Oh,
anymore.
you know, and I should remember, but there's been so many.
But yeah.
And there's another one. I think that's William Moore's
Yeah.
print.
Yeah, these brown bag mystery quilts have been turning out so beautiful.
And this was Linda yesterday. She came in for a backing.
Yeah, so nice.
They've been having fun learning different things. I know Linda was talking about the mitered corners. That was kind of a learning curve for her a little bit.
And Karen Montgomery's videos are so good. She has her summer sew-along starting on 9 patch a day. And I think the cutting instructions are this Sunday that she will have, the 15th. So the cutting instructions for the, and that's a free sew-along, will start on Sunday.
Okay.
That should be fun for people. It's a beautiful quilt too. What do we have?
There's a few wide backs. I almost forgot. Let's just move this. So this is a fun print.
This looks like an Anna Marie Horner one, but it's not. This is from Wyndham.
And this one is 32 a yard. It's Annabelle Wrigley.
And this would go very nice with some of those, though. Another possible temperature quilt back, you know, with all the beautiful colors in it.
You know what I was just thinking? I had a quick brainwave. It could be a fun one to stitch around and do some sashiko or some embroidery.
It could be a jacket.
I'll stick to my embroidery.
No, but I'm just saying, if somebody was making a jacket or a
Yeah.
vest or something,
That would be quite a colorful.
it would.
All right, and then I have a.
Yeah, you're not going to wear anything quite that colorful, are you?
I'm just
Tiffany?
thinking I won't make a jacket. That's too much
I don't think so. Not for me.
beyond my skills.
Well, no, but I just mean, look at this. Isn't this one pretty?
So I think
This
the,
is so different.
what was this one?
This one is called,
Marble Run. There we go.
this is a Marcia Durst.
It's different. Also 32.
I like it.
And another fun summery.
Potential temperature quilt.
And this one
And
has little butterflies in it. It kind of looks like bubbles. Like when you're in the backyard with the kids blowing bubbles. That's what. By the pool. Just fun and happy.
Yeah, it does feel kind of summery. There's a couple little butterflies in there.
So this one's also 32. All the ones I showed so far are 32. And I think that's it, actually.
Do we have any classes or anything we wanted to mention?
I will be sending out an email later today, like just kind of a reminder, a breakdown.
So we have, it's the little ones, right? In July, we have some openings for a class. We're hoping we get a couple more for that class. Because it's always more fun for the kids if there are
A few more. Yeah.
a few more. We're also going to, for classes, allow people to rent on the premises a sewing machine. So if you don't want to bring your great big heavy sewing machine to a class, we have some nice little basic machines that will do a blanket stitch and some fancy stitches. But they're just to use here. They're not a take-home machine, but that may be helpful to some of you who have machines and tables, you know, that aren't portable, or your machine is just so big that you can't carry it anymore. So our store is like a quilting heaven, Sue. So they're going to be, so to rent a machine in the class, it's a minimum of 3 hours, but it will be $5 an hour, so $15. I think that's what we had talked about, right? Yeah, anyway. So relatively expensive. I think if they were taking a day class, it was going to be $25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're going to do that, it would be good to have a heads up so that we could get that set up for you and all ready.
Price for the large bag, please.
The Mondo Bag Kit.
42.
42. Yeah. We've been making several of them. I thought my daughter-in-laws would each like one. I have one that I made at a cave. I think Carmen has made 6. We've just been, they're fun to make. And my friend Darlene, Jenny, has made several, and she just made the cutest little one out of baby fabrics and pastels, like for a diaper bag, or or something that people could take with them. It's adorable. And I think her daughter-in-laws are each getting them too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They're a nice gift.
They are a nice gift. But you know what I like is that you can put, like I take mine back and forth to work. You can put a ton of stuff in this.
Your whole
Like,
kitchen
I mean,
sink.
a ton. Like, I would consider taking this with me traveling,
Well, if you're going out for the day, you can throw some towels in there, some water bottles, whatever.
I think it would fit on the airplane. You could kind of put it under your seat. Because you know how we always want to take a few more things. Like, so we have our personal and our carry-on. So this could be like the personal, and you put your purse and other things in here. And then it goes under the seat. Anyway, I always try to think of something bigger that I can, if I can get away without a check bag and having to wait, I look for that. Looking for in-person instructions. Not mentioning any names, Tammy.
I already walked you through it, Wendy. You come back. I'll walk you through it.
Yeah, beach bag, Patricia. It would make a lovely beach bag. And we have that Odie coat that you could make it so that it was waterproof on the bottom if you wanted, or on the inside. There's so many possibilities.
I think most quilters don't have issues finding uses for their bags.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah. All right. I think we should do our draw.
Who do we
The
have?
pattern.
Janet Purdo.
Janet, congratulations.
A springing tea towel.
Karen Price.
Congratulations, Karen.
And then the little toy bag kit.
Pam Tobias.
Okay. Congratulations, Pam. Let us know if you're going to pick them up or need them mailed. If it needs to be mailed through Canada Post, I'm hanging on to them until that gets resolved
Yeah, just so that things don't get lost.
or stuck somewhere.
Yeah, because some things, I know it was months. Like after the last
Oh, the
thing
letter
was,
mail? Yeah.
Yeah, it was months before things, like even once they got going, that some things started to reach people. They just got stuck in weird places. So I think it's probably good just to hold back.
I did look up yesterday. I guess they are still working, but it doesn't look promising right now.
No.
So hopefully that gets resolved soon.
And we've got our shop hop starting July 1st, so you're going to have to get ready to start the car and make your plans.
Camping season has already started.
Oh, very nice. So Pat says road trip on Friday.
All right. Lots of fun things going on.
There certainly are. Well, thank you for joining us this morning. Enjoy your week and this beautiful summer.
All right. Have a great day.